In this video, I'll show you how to add a new invoice inside your Xero account. So you can get there by two ways. If you go to business, you can go to invoices here, or the quick way is add here, create a new invoice. And this opens a new invoice screen. This is the classic view. You can switch to the new view if you prefer it, which is a simplified version. In this video, I'll go through the classic. So you start by typing in who you are invoicing in the to field. If they're an existing customer and you start typing, it will come up with in the drop down and you can just select it. If they aren't, let's just say we're some company called Johnson's, you can add this as a new contact from here straight away. Then you obviously set your date and your due date. If this was a customer that you regularly invoice and you've set in their default settings that their due date is the end of the month, for example, this will pre-populate. Your next invoice number will sequentially appear here, but you can manually change it if you wish to. You can put references in here like a purchase order, that sort of thing. This is using the standard invoice option here, but you could choose another branded one if you wish. Now say you need to attach something to this invoice, that may be a plan or receipt or some sort of thing. You can just click here to upload and add files. The dollar will default to whatever you have set up in your company settings, but you can change that. And same with your tax, that'll go to your default settings, but you can change that also. Now if you have items set up in your Xero that have descriptions already added, you can just choose them from the drop down list and it will fill this out for you all on automatic. But if you don't have an item code and you just want to add this as a single line item, you can just type in something like this, what the quantity is. You can choose which account that goes to, if it was, maybe it's reimbursements or revenue or something like that. It's got tax inclusive, so because we've put $20 in here, it is saying that the amount is 20 and then it's adding the tax here at the bottom. And you can also change the tax rate, say that there was no tax on this item here. You can change it to GST free income and it adjusts the figure down here. You can keep going along with whatever line items you need here. You can obviously add new lines, add 5, 10, 20 to build out your invoice. And when you're happy that you're ready to send this, you can check a preview. So you can see what it's actually saying, how it's going to look. These are all coming from that template. And when you're happy with it, you need to approve it. In this case, I haven't filled out the due date, so it won't let you approve if you haven't filled out things properly. So we click approve again. And there's your approved invoice, but it has not been sent to the customer as yet. So at this point, you can email it direct to the customer. So if this customer had their email added to their contact records, the email address would automatically populate in here, but you do have the option to add another one and as many as you want by just putting a comma in between each. I suggest you set up include PDF as attachment. Leave it as marked as sent. You can also send yourself a copy if you want, and include files as attachment. Now you can set these up as defaults to happen every time so that you don't have to remember to tick those each time, and those will be your defaults that happen on all invoices. And then you would click send and it would send the same invoice to both of these names here with a PDF attachment of your bill. You can also print this off, and if you print it off you can mark it as sent or leave as is. We'll leave it as is for this one. So it just shows you what your invoice is going to look like there to the customer. Note when you're previewing your invoice, it wasn't showing you the credit card options. It only shows you when you show it as a PDF. So that's it. That invoice has now been sent and it's waiting to be received being paid. You can look at all your outstanding invoices by clicking into invoices, and you'll see the one we just added is now at the top of the list. And that's it for adding invoices to your Xero account.